want to see that.
Yeah, let me pull it up real fast. Boop, boop. Ah, my headphones! No!
Oh, yeah. So we won't be able to hear you for a second when you don't have your headphones on. So we'll just give her a second to get those headphones back on.
Okay, guys, so this Mandalorian helmet was 3D modeled by an artist online. I bought it from him, and then I 3D printed it myself. So you can see I painted it.
Cool.
It's real shiny. I used like
so cool.
automotive paint for it, so it's really shiny. And oh my god, I sanded this for so many hours, you guys. I hate sanding, and I did it for this. So there are, yeah, it's just there. I didn't put any padding in it yet, so it's not really ready to be worn right now. It's not done yet. So just to bring this onto a lower, like a sadder note right now, the reason I made this armor was because the late Grant Imahara was going to be a guest on Stella Transforms, and we had to go into hiatus because of COVID. So recently he passed away, and now I have this armor that was supposed to be his. So I don't know what exactly to do with it. I might end up donating it to like a Star Wars like charity.
Yeah. That would be so
someone
cool.
else can wear it. But yeah, this is made for him. Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
I really miss him.
That's amazing.
So here, the helmet is not shaded in. Let me grab the next piece.
We're gonna show the next piece when we wrap up. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna show off the rest of this, and then also have you talk more about like some of your favorite pieces and things like that. We're gonna take a quick break. 1 second, chat. BRB. Yeah. Don't go AFK. I just wanted to put a commercial. Hey everybody! Greetings, Earthlings! Hello, it's me and Stella. I'm Chrissy if you don't know who I am, if you're just tuning in, if you're new to Venn, if you're new to Guest House, if you're new to streaming, if you're new to Earth and the internet. We have been hanging out with Stella, and she's amazing. She's probably the coolest person I've ever met. Yes, she's so talented, and I need to hear more about this. I was having a really hard time not asking her a million questions while we were in commercial break, but I feel like I have a lot of the same questions that everyone at home has. So, can you re-explain real quick, because I really want to get a 3D printer too.
Okay, you should, because it's not gonna, like I said, it's not just for like making pretty cosplay things, pretty accessories. It will actually, like, you can make stuff for your house and like make cool things. And then that way you don't have to like go and buy some like expensive piece of plastic that you just made in your house for like 50 cents, okay?
That's so cool. But you're saying like for your Mandalorian helmet, like you had to like scoop it out. It's not just printed and it's done.
Yeah, there's a lot of like things that you have to do to it. Like imagine you're building a building, you still gotta rip out all the scaffolding, right? Like all of the stuff like after the fact and before it's done. You gotta sand it all down, you gotta put in the lights, you gotta make it pretty, you gotta put in the couches and whatever. So that's kind of like the same thing with like 3D printing is that like it builds scaffolding inside, which is called like supports, and you just gotta rip them out afterwards. It's not too bad. But yeah, man, it's like, okay, so I have the thing I wanted to show you guys was this is like the Mandalorian's like arm piece right here, and it's been like airbrushed and like shaded in, so it has like nice depth to it versus like the helmet still hasn't been airbrushed yet. So yeah, I just wanted to like show you guys this like a really cool piece.
That is so cool.
So like the underside of it, you can see that like has no paint or anything. Like that's what it would look like straight off the printer. After you pull that out, all of the supports and stuff. So you can still see kind of like some supports. What I'm probably gonna do is like fill it with like felt so that it doesn't scratch up my arm or whoever's arm who's gonna wear this. But the outside, dude, I had to sand this for hours to get it to a shiny mirror finish. So rest in peace, my hands.
It looks amazing. Do you use like sandpaper, like a sanding machine?
Sandpaper and a sanding machine, because you got to get into all the divots. But like, you can tell the age of a cosplayer by looking at their hands.
how hardcore they've gone on the sanding. That's really funny.
They're all messed up.
That's so funny. And what's the other thing that you have?
So I have.
We talked about it a little bit earlier, but
this
for anyone just joining us.
If you guys are a fan of Final Fantasy VII, especially the remake that just came out, it was amazing. You didn't get to see Yuffie, but, you know, Yuffie, oh my god, I love her so much. She's so spunky. And this was a cosplay I made years ago. Probably like 7 or 8 years ago, but it's still holding up, which I'm really glad. There's still a bunch of problems with it, whatever. You guys can see there's like little materia in here. I painted them with nail polish.
Wait, that's amazing though.
Yeah,
But see,
and-
those are those things like we were talking about earlier, and if you weren't here earlier, we were kind of talking about how like artists, I'm a musician, Stella's obviously an incredible cosplayer. We kind of notice things about our art that other people don't notice at all. Like that's the kind of thing that I would have no idea you painted that with nail polish.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like every time you look at it, you're like, oh, there's that nail polish.
Oh.
But like that's something no one else would ever notice.
You want to know the funniest thing? These little circles that have the nail polish on,
Yeah.
they're actually googly eyes. So when I shake it, it's like a
No.
maraca. Shaka, 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 shaka.
See, that's like another thing. That's amazing. In my head, I'm just like, she used $1 million paint specifically for cosplay. Like everything is like, they're just like, you would just never know. That's really cool. I love that.
And then the other cool thing about it was that, okay, as a cosplayer, you're not just building it and then leaving it, right? You're taking it with
Yeah.
you on an airplane across the country to a convention, in a suitcase, into a hotel room, and then you put it back together again, right? So that's what's so cool about this right here is that it breaks down into two pieces that I can put inside of like a case. And then that way,
I'm
I
sure
can
TSA
travel
loves
with
that.
it. Yes, oh my god. So I have to put it in a rifle case, like a hunting rifle case. And they give me
Oh?
questions all the time, and I'm looking at them being like, hi, I'm a 5'2" Asian girl. Not threatening at all.
It's just for cosplay.
Yeah,
If you guys love this, make sure that you're voting. We have a reaction poll.
I like it.
Going across the bottom. Give us hearts or likes. I would say hearts.
I like that.
I like the
Aw.
reaction poll. I'm giving all of the IRL hearts right now because that is just the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, and this is super lightweight, so it's not heavy. My whole thing is that because I am not strong,
Yes.
girl, I can't do heavy.
Also, you wouldn't
cosplay.
want to. You'd be exhausted walking around all day in like heavy, like
Yeah.
metal like it's meant to look like metal, but if it felt like metal, you'd be exhausted and in pain.
Yeah.
Your chiropractor would be even angrier.
Oh my god, he's so mad at me.
Well, so before, we only talked about this way in the beginning of the show, so if any of you are joining us for the first time, right at the end, Stella, right behind her, also has an amazing Ari tail.
Yeah.
And that's just one, but when she wears the full costume, she wears 9. So what does it feel like?
Oh my god, I love wearing that cosplay because okay, so when KDA Ari came out,
Yeah.
it was so good and everyone loved it. Like literally it was like everyone loved this, right? So
Yes.
when I looked at it,
Everyone liked it.
I saw that people were gonna make it out of like fabric and put like sparkly lights in it, so it
Yes.
kind of looked like, fabric tails and stuff, but no one tried to make it into plastic like glass looking tails, and I'm like, yo, how can I do this?
Yes.
How